Napoli quando sola s'abbandona. Lo cielo si fa tutto a color d'oro. A campana do Carmine casona, se canta nonna, e nonna nonna, amore mio.
Welcome to Light 'em Up Friday Cigar Show. I'm Cousin Paulie. I'm sitting here with Paulie Cigars and our good friend from the neighborhood, Giovanni Paolo.
Today we're going to be talking about the old days, the way the neighborhood, and I know we've been talking about it a lot. Cigar of the week's going to be a nice sugar dipped Maduro. It brings you back. We were talking about Avanti's
and the Nobilis.
The Nobilis.
Back in my grandfather's days, 40, 50 years ago, when all the jabronis came off the boat, that's all they used to smoke, guinea sticks.
Oh.
Some call them guinea stinkers, we call them guinea sticks.
The whole house stunk.
Yeah.
The whole house.
Well, it was really to keep the mosquitoes away.
Yeah.
So we're going to throw this in with every $50 purchase and over. So if you want to buy $1,000 worth of cigars, I'd appreciate that. But $50 and over, you put in the code word sugar. Sugar. There you go.
Sugar.
Next time, the next code word's going to be guinea sticks.
I can't write that. That's not politically correct. Good friend of mine, Jake LaMotta,
We'll have the Sons of Italy suing us.
remember we had dinner with Jake that time? Jake LaMotta, he said he got hit so many times by sugar, he caught diabetes. Let's get to this week's raffle. Cholo! Gonna have one of my rollers pick it out. Nicknamed Cholo.
He wrote me some friggin' cigar, man.
Hey, he rolled that today for
Yeah,
you.
it's beautiful. This is how I always want my cigar.
Keep the home up. And this week's winner is Marianne Beretta. Marianne Beretta, we're going to give you a shot. You tell us which bundle you like, and it's on us. Keep entering via Facebook, Twitter, like our page.
Hey, don't forget your email. You always forget to put your email.
Yeah, and it's driving me up a wall, too.
Google all the time. Tell the people 100 times. Write your email.
So, Paulie, we were telling a story before about, turn around. You're driving me nuts sitting that way.
What happened?
Back in, you have an old day story, like when you growing up or anything? Anything funny from like when you used to work and everything?
There's this one incident when I was a young kid. I worked in the Pine over there on Bronxdale Avenue. And here I am, 15 years old.
Pine's been there that long? Wow.
Here I am working my way through high school. I got school in the morning. I figure, all right, it's 10:30 at night. I got to get out of here. The boss says, you can't leave until this bushel of mussels are clean. I said, oh, it's going to take me hours. When he left, I took the whole bushel, I put it in the dishwasher, cleaned it all up, steamed it, opened it, cleaned it, boom, out of there, and that was it.
But what happened when
I
you
got
took
right
them
out of there. They were already opened. They were already opened.
So you saved them on the cooking?
Yeah.
Nice. What about you, John?
An old story?
Yeah, something.
You know Mimi, you know Whitey, right? What we used to do to him. He used to be the first one. We used to go on fishing trips on the boat, the party boats. He used to always be the first one to fall asleep.
How old were you?
I don't know, I was 16, 17,
Can you imagine that today? Kids don't do this.
They were always a little older. We always hung out with the older guys. So he used to be the first one to fall asleep on the boat because he thinks he's got a fucking sleeping disorder or something. He used to fall asleep. We used to put lit cigarettes in his pocket, put lit cigarettes on his shoelaces. I used to put a cup of hot water in his fingers. The fucking things we used to. It was natural fun, you know, funny things.
Yeah.
He used to be on the Klondike on the Rochelle. And he used to cast out, you know, with the fucking fishing pole. So he can't see too good, Whitey. So from the side, we used to get the cigarette and burn the line. He used to be there with no fucking line waiting for the fish. Because he can't see. Oh, I forget about the fucking funny things we used to do.
Well, these kids today, they don't have these stories.
Oh, yeah.
If first of all, if you even get them out of their room with the weed
Get them off the
and
computer.
this and that, even if you do get them out of the room, you got to put them in the car and drive a half hour to a friend for play date.
It's a shame how people change today. Fun is on those computer box. What do they fucking call those video games they got today? All these things.
The hoof.
That's all they do today.
The hoof.
Xbox. That's what they play. I haven't played a video game in 20 years.
I ain't played a video
Today
game
kids
in
want to
36
get punished.
years.
They want to get sent to their room. They got everything there.
They don't even want to
It's
come
like
out of the
fucking
house.
Happy Land.
You're gonna force them. Go out. No, nobody calls nobody no more. Everybody's always texting everybody. I forgot how my friend sounds. I said, why don't you call me once in a while instead of fucking texting all the time? Right? That's what they do.
Reminds me of kids have changed today. It reminds me of a friend of mine just told me a conversation he had with his son. Son came home from school with, face was red like the cat that swallowed a canary. Mother goes, "What did you do all the afternoon? You weren't around." He goes, "I was out." She goes, "No, you're going to tell me what you did." He goes, "Just leave me alone." So she goes, "No, you tell me what you did." He goes, "All right, I was having sex." Bing! She gives him a smack across the face, sends him to the room. Father comes home. She goes, "You want to know what your son just told me?" He goes, "What?" He goes, "He just told me he had sex." "What?" He runs up to the room. He opens the door. He goes,
How was it?
"Son, how was it?" He goes, "Dad, I'll let you know just after the pain in my ass goes away." Remember, Paulie, years ago, our great-great-grandfathers, our grandfather told us they used to just stand in one spot.
And they never moved.
One corner. Whether it was ice cold, it was raining outside, it was beaming sun, dressed to the nines. Remember that?
And they never left. And I said, "Grandpa," I says, "how come you always stayed in one spot on this stoop and you never left?" You know what he said? "So they know we're here." I said, "Okay, understood." Understood.
Can't do that no more.
My uncle Nicky lived with us. And for years I thought he was a chiropractor. Every night around 8 o'clock he used to leave the house. I used to say, "Uncle, where you going?" He says, "I got to go straighten somebody out."
Different breed of people years ago.
Oh.
Different breed. People did things with class and style, helped each other, went out of their way for each other. Today, forget about it. They see you walking down the street, they turn around, walk the other way, not just to fucking say hello.
Nobody wants to. No, everybody's antisocial today. Nobody wants to say hello. Years ago, there was a time I walked down the avenue. My hand was up for about a half hour saying hello to somebody.
And
hello,
it took you a
hello.
half hour to walk from one corner to the other corner.
One stronghold that still stays is this market. Whenever people come by, "Hey, Paulie, hey, Johnny, hey, cousin Paulie, ya, friends,
Bro,
ya,
who is
ya."
it? It's all the old
Whether
times.
they grew up here and moved away, they always come back to the neighborhood, say hello, do a little shopping, come back to some real
And in
good
this
cooking.
market, there's 3 places to sit down and have a cup of coffee. And I think that's the common denominator is this cup of coffee. We just sit down, we jibber jabber, we have a cigar. If we don't even
Talk
have a
about old
cigar.
times.
And it's always maybe the
laughs.
same story and we still laugh. Same stories 1,000 times, we still laugh.
It's all pure, natural fun.
Because
All
people
meant
get
to
old,
heart.
but memories never get old.
It all came from the heart years ago.
Diamonds are forever and so are the Silvios. You know, a lot of people, we might be taking this to another level and with the show, and some people ask me, "What is Light 'em Up Fridays? It's a cigar show, really?" I says, "Not really." I says, because sometimes John could tell a heartfelt story, Paulie could tell a story we're falling down laughing. Sometimes it could be boring, and I'm just teaching you about a cigar. Light 'em Up Fridays is really building a relationship with the people outside this neighborhood to show them what the blood, sweat, and tears are all about. Where we paid the price to just be in here, to sell our product, and enjoy life. Because if it becomes work, then it ain't worth it no more. And this is what Light 'em Up Fridays is about. Telling old stories, showing you a cigar, telling you what it is I do. People from the neighborhood get to sit down and tell them what they're about. Vendors, store owners, local celebrities, famous celebrities. And that's what Light 'em Up Fridays is all about.
It's about just us getting together, enjoying life together, spending time with each other, and showing these young kids how we used to do things years ago, and we had nothing, but we had each other.
We had
don't
each
need
other.
$1 million car, $1 million house. As long as we got each other, we're enjoying life. That's the most important thing.
Years ago,
you
we
could be a millionaire today. Tomorrow, you be poor broke. It's part of life. But as long as you got your health and your good friends and family, that's all that matters.
Years ago, we had one pair of sneakers. We wore them, they fell apart. We threw it out. Maybe it cost us $3.
But everybody had the same.
Today they're robbing each other.
Everybody
for
had the same shit. Today, everybody tries to compete with each other and outdo each other.
Why? When we were kids growing up, my parents came here from Italy.
All right, boys.
Ja, when my parents came in from Italy, they had nothing. We used to have all hand-me-down clothes. What I used to wear used to go to my brothers after it didn't fit me no more. All my sisters, that's how we were years ago. Today, forget about it. They don't even know what hand-me-down means. Years ago, people shake hands like this. Today, people shake hands like this. Like, what do you got for me? It's like, what the? No, I'm just saying, years ago, it's like, hey, how are you? Today, it's like, hey, what can you do for me? What do you got for me?
Well, years ago, it was about money, but today it's all about the money.
Yep.
It's what could you do for me?
Not what I can do for you. That's the sad part.
And I think this this show and what John's show is doing, I think it's uniting a lot of different friends that maybe weren't close at one time, and it's kind of bringing us together.
It's not even just friends, it's different cultures, different nationalities, because we all do the same thing. Italians, we got a good, we got a bad. Spanish, we got a good, we got a bad. Jamaicans, black, you got your good, you got your bad.
Well, anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Remember, fill our like page, our Twitter page. Get in this raffle once a week. You're going to get a free bundle of cigars eventually. And don't forget, light them up.
And don't forget to come to Art Radio, where it all began.
And thank you to Giovanni for joining us today.
Thank you. I see you every day, not just today.
And don't forget,
I want you to
light
feel
'em up.
impotent.
That's right.
E nonna, nonna, amore mia si seta, quando tutto il mondo s'acquieta. Si seta amore, nonna, nonnarella, quando in dall'ombra Napoli è più bella.
And don't forget, light them up.